Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Is that video still playing?
What video?
The theme song?
No, it was quiet and then it came to me.
Okay.
Or it came on me.
Well, let's see if it works now. Oh, maybe if I would have hit the video, it probably would have worked.
I got beer in my boots, dirt on my truck, corn on my mind, and a gun up my butt. It's a small town. At least there's dirt, at least there's beer and trucks and shirts.
Howdy there. You've been on the internet all day and you come across the Death of Fun podcast. Join me, Matt McKinley, and my buddies Aaron, Rob, and Tim as we bring you the latest in current events, sports, and a whole bunch of inappropriate jokes that we used to tell to each other back when we were roommates in college. And the world wasn't so lame. So kick back, crack a beer, and join us for a few laps. Unless you're gay. And even if you are, join us anyways. Welcome to the Death of Fun.
There you go.
There we go.
He ran it back.
Oh man, I had a boomer moment, but we made it work. It probably turned out better than just coming in with the song. If we're being completely honest.
I mean, we got to change the title and the background and your opening to like my buddies Aaron, Tim, and Rob allegedly.
Oh, all right. So on that note, we should actually write some lyrics because now you can actually that AI program that I was using that I made that song with.
Uh-huh.
I didn't make that song. Tim found that one, but it's AI created. But I've made a bunch of other songs. Now you can put your own lyrics in.
Oh, yes.
Before you just had to do like a description of what you wanted. But now I guess I haven't toyed around with it as much because it kind of scares me. I feel like I won't see my wife or kids for like 3 days, but I'll have one really hilarious song to show for it.
You just go full like ADD and get focused on one thing, fucking until it's done.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it'd be if I started trying to write lyrics for AI music, but it wouldn't be for good music. It'd be for this stupid shit that we do. It wouldn't be anything worthwhile, but it would be hilarious.
Well, and on this topic, fuck Rob.
Fuck
that
Rob.
Son of a bitch.
Dude,
Son of a bitch said.
I think his weather laser got him. He's on the IL.
Only his friends get the Jewish space laser. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, that he's I wonder how high he is up in the Mossad or the Israeli Defense Forces, because I bet we could make him talk.
Well, I mean, and I responded, well, that seems like a win-win because we don't get the Jewish space lasers, but we'll have a lot less Highlands Ranch marathoners and lawyers. So I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Marathoners from Highlands Ranch.
Or what did I? Oh, the Bleeding Nips marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bleeding Nips. It's a big thing. Look it up.
Yeah, I don't get the marathoners. Like I'm all about staying in shape and I feel like a man should be able to kill somebody with his bare hands if he has to.
Yeah, it's dad strength. Have dad strength.
Yeah, I'd like, don't let yourself go. Like, it's okay to be a little pudgy, despite what RFK says. Like, it's all right to have a little extra on you. It's because we're a wealthy nation. Fucking flaunt that shit, bitch. But like, don't become obese. Like, don't let yourself go.
He didn't say that shit in front of a professional offensive lineman, did he?
Probably
that pudgy offensive lineman would have broke him off real quick.
Well, I just wanted to change your diet a little bit.
I want you to live 3 years longer than you should.
There's been a couple memes here lately. It's just like and they're really simple. There's no picture. It's just three separate conversations. And it's like Trump is like, Epstein was a hoax. Musk, Trump's in the Epstein files, and then below that it's RFK Jr. sounding like a fork stuck in in the garbage disposal, saying the food noise calls autism. And it makes me laugh periodically throughout the day. It's like that was a good meme. It was so simple, but you could just picture it all in your head. It's just like it was a beautiful meme. Beautiful meme.
Speaking of the Epstein files, you should pull over way more talented Tim's opening on the ESPYs. Why can't Tim be funny like him?
I mean, Tim is pretty funny.
He's like
not
Tim,
that funny.
He's like Tim if he played college football. That would be Tim. He'd have enough confidence to just lay some of those jokes.
Yeah. Tim is pretty funny at times, but he's such a douche.
Do you like how I predicted he would not answer our text tonight, and he did not answer? He only answers during working hours.
I know it. I don't know what he does all day that he can't answer texts, but like I can't be that important. Well, that motherfucker is scrolling Instagram. Like I know that he's sent me some reels on Instagrams in the middle of one of our big long text wars.
Did he? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't you work, Matt?
Yeah. He's a fucking douche. Whatever it is you do, Tim, is not that important. I promise you.
Hey.
All right. So this is Shane Gillis, which I was surprised to see that they let him host the ESPYs. It's like, it's one thing to let him host SNL where it's known as a comedy show, but this is ESPYs.
Are ratings that bad? That's the only thing I could think of. They're trying to get us bros back. They tried their best and did a good job of driving a bunch of us away, and now they're just like, oh shit, those are the guys that watch sports. the pros are the ones that watch sports. What?
Yeah. Maybe you should get back to sports. Fuck.
Hell yeah,
idiots.
Bro. And now everybody sitting around him is in foul trouble. Megan Rapinoe could not make it tonight. Nice. No, we're gonna pretend she's a good time. All right. John Jones and Nate Diaz are here. Hell yeah. I had a couple drinks with those guys last night at the hotel, and it was terrifying. Donald Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn. The last time he staged a fight in D.C., Mike Pence almost died.
Shouldn't that kill with that crowd?
Right. You'd think so.
No, you don't have to do that. It was fine. I didn't write it. Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. Must have probably deleted itself, right? Probably.
Total hoax, actually.
Never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that. The New York Knicks had a great season. Hell yeah. Karl Anthony Towns is here. Hey, girl.
I don't get that joke.
Max Crosby is here. Max, I hope you had a good Juneteenth, brother.
I got that one.
Well, that guy's weird. Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody.
This one.
Yeah.
I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
You know what?
That's crazy. You clap for that.
McCusker was dying.
He needs us up front. That's what he needs.
I know it. Yeah, so his buddy's wife, his buddy is Matt McCusker that he hosts his podcast with, who's also fucking hilarious. And he's a white dude from Philly. They're both, well, I guess Gillis is from it's the most Pennsylvania name of all time, Mechanicsburg.
No way, man. No fucking. It's called Mechanicsburg.
Mechanicsburg.
Wow.
Yeah. And then so McCusker, I think, is from Philly, but he married a black lady, and so that's who he was referencing. And yeah, it showed McCusker next to him, and he was fucking cracking up. That's awesome. That's
probably because he wrote it.
You know what? Probably so. It would, just to do it some good justice.
For Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy. You're back with it. Simone Biles is here. Yeah, hell yeah.
They all look uncomfortable.
It's not bad. Simone Biles is 4'8" and has 7 gold medals. She's short and has a lot of gold. When she's not competing, she leads a quiet life at the base of a rainbow. It's a leprechaun joke. If you tell Simone a riddle and she can't answer it, she has to give you all of her gold medals. That was the best one. Joe Rogan actually wanted me to be here to host this award show so that I could capture Adam Silver because Joe thinks he's an alien. And Donald Trump wanted me to be here to capture Juan Soto for the same reason. It's an alien joke. Wait, boot up there, dude. Shut up. Aaron Rodgers did not take the vaccine because he predicted it would be bad for him. And then he joined the New York Jets. So maybe he wasn't right about everything. Shedeur Sanders had his jersey number retired at Colorado this year, and people are saying it's because of nepotism, because of his father, and it's not. It's because he went 13-12 over his career, and he almost won the Alamo Bowl. Definitely not nepotism, right? All right. A big year for the WNBA. I love Caitlin Clark. Kate, yeah, hell yeah. Caitlin Clark, she and I have a lot in common. We're both whites from the Midwest who have nailed a bunch of threes. All right. There you go. Lighten up a little. This is not serious. We'll see about this one. When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist fighting black women. Hell yeah. Who yelled? Drewski? Thank you, bro. Oh, John Jones. Yeah. What are you, nut jobs over there? Hell yeah. Shohei Ohtani couldn't make it tonight. Man, I hope his interpreter didn't bet that he was going to be here. Shohei is a once-in-a-generation talent. No one's been able to do what he does at so many positions, pitcher, hitter, and bookie. A bookie is what Bill Belichick reads to his girlfriend before bedtime.
Solid.
They do. They read The Very Horny Caterpillar. The little engine that could but needed a pill first. And of course, the classic Goodnight Boobs. My favorite one. Also, I'm not trashing Bill Belichick. First off, he's 73 years old and he's dating a hot 24-year-old and people are criticizing him. What happened to this country? It used to be a great country. He won 6 Super Bowls. Yeah. He's dating a hot 24-year-old. Maybe if you guys won 6 Super Bowls, you wouldn't be sitting next to a fat, ugly dog wife. They let me do it. I don't. Disney, they allowed that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a story. I was at we should have taken that out. I had doubts going into that. That didn't work all week. Actually, it was a good year for me in sports. I went to Notre Dame, went to the national title. I was at go Irish. I was at the Eagles game, the Super Bowl when they won, and it was not go Birds. Go Birds. Yeah. But I was down there. I'm just gonna tell you a story real quick. It's not a good joke. I was it was halftime of the game, and we looked up, and you could see Donald Trump. He was sitting at the suite, like at the 50-yard line. You couldn't see him, but you could see like his silhouette. You know what I mean? He was just. Also, can we stop pretending Donald Trump knows ball? It's like a weird thing where they're like, man, he loves sport. He doesn't know anything about sports. Every time a team comes and visits the White House, he's like, and you must be the guy who catches. Like, look at these guys, big guys, black guys. And that's just when the New York Liberty visited. They didn't visit. That's just a joke. But it was halftime, and we looked up and we saw Trump. I was with my buddy, and I was like, we should just sneak up there and try to meet him. And we did. We got into his suite, which turns out it's pretty easy to get access to Donald Trump, which is probably why he keeps getting shot all the time. We just got right in there. But we're in there. He doesn't know who I am, but there's a line of people, and he's just shaking hands with everybody. And I was at the end of the line. But also, I took a picture with him, and I posted it, and people got upset about that. What the hell? He's the president. If Osama bin Laden was in the suite, I would have been like, yeah, you're crazy. All right. But he's shaking hands with everybody, and it's very funny. Trump does this thing whenever he meets somebody for the first time, even if he doesn't know him. He gives him like a crazy compliment. It's kind of nice. Like he got to the guy next to me, and he was like, look at you, you're beautiful. And then he got to me, and he was like, look at you, you're huge. And I was like, thank you, Mr. President. And he shook my hand. He stood next to me. So I'm just, I was at the end of the line, so there's no one else for him to shake hands with. So he's just standing next. I got to hear him breathe for like a minute, just standing next to me, just. And then his daughter, Ivanka, walked over to us, which, by the way, so hot. She walked over, and it was halftime of the Super Bowl. I was hammered. I was like, hello. Your dad just said I was huge. So now it's me, Trump, and Ivanka. They're not talking to me, obviously, but I can overhear what they're saying. And Trump goes, Ivanka, how would you like to meet the president of soccer? And sure enough, the president of FIFA soccer was also in the suite with us. He was getting like nachos. And Donald Trump just looks at him and goes, you. And the guy put his plate down and walked straight to us. And then Donald Trump didn't even look at him. He just kept talking to his daughter, and he goes, this is the president of soccer. And they gave us the World Cup, and they did that because of me. And then he walked out of the room. It was just me and the president of FIFA looking at each other like, that was crazy. That was a dumb thing to say. It was crazy. That was crazy, being in that room. It's crazy to be in this room with so many legends. You guys are awesome. Oscar Robertson, that's awesome. Sugar Ray Leonard's here. Hell yeah. Sugar Ray, you're the man, but in 10 years, Jake Paul is going to try to knock you out. So there's one thing I want to say before I get out of here, and this is a dumb joke. You guys aren't going to like it, but it's just a Norm Macdonald joke that I loved when he
oh my God,
do it now.
He is such a fucking
Travis
legend.
Hunter won the Heisman Trophy this year. He's the first defensive player since Charles Woodson to win the Heisman. Congratulations, Travis Hunter, winning the Heisman. That's something they can never take away from you, unless you kill your wife and a waiter. In which case, they can take that away from you. Well, see, a lot of you don't like me, and that's okay.
Oh my God, dude! Like, what happened? What happened? We were talking about like tonight. Me and my wife we hate both parties, but I'm coming around. Remember, there was an interview with Matt Stone, Trey Parker, and they just summed up my experience. They're asking him like what political affiliation you swing, and I think it was Trey Parker was like, we hate Republicans, but boy, we really fucking hate Democrats.
Yeah.
And many of my friends are Democrats, but I feel like my animosity towards them has grown because with all these like stories of family members and friends just cutting their family members and friends off because of their political thought, I've never heard a Republican or seen a Republican just cut them off. No. It's always the Democrat, and they're both in. I know there's two cults in this country, but that just ticks me off. Like, you've turned these people so on your side, cult-like, that your followers literally disown family members.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude.
It kills me. It just kills me.
It's insane. And yeah, so like let's jump into this whole Epstein thing.
Fuck. What was your comment? He must have fucked a lot of kids.
Fuck, dude. Like, I don't know what else to think at this point. So, again, if you haven't been living under a rock, you'll remember that one of Donald Trump's campaign promises was to release a bunch of files. Like, he was all on board with the MLK FBI files, the JFK files, and then he was begrudgingly on board with the Epstein files. And well, now all of a sudden it's a hoax, and it was all done by the Democrats. Could you believe it? Can you fucking believe it? Those wascally Democrats.
You know, the only explanation, everybody says, well, why didn't the Democrats pull it out when they did? And I think it's because there's a ton of people on both sides on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trump just used it to get elected, or maybe he thought he wasn't on the. I don't know. It's just
I'm not sure exactly, but it would have looked just as bad on the other side of the spectrum had they. So let's say, just for speculation's sake, and this is speculation, so we don't get sued or deported.
I'm the sued, huh?
Yeah. If anybody's getting deported, it's probably me. Probably me. Not gonna lie.
No, you got your cool hipster fascist hair, dude. Like oh yeah, he's got to be American. If I start hearing helicopters circle, I'm just gonna start shaving the beard and then just all but about here of the mustache. You got to keep the Peaky Blinders coif, though.
Oh, that's the head stays, but the beard goes, and it's just gonna be straight up Uncle Adolf mustache.
Uncle Adolf.
And then what they used to call him?
Who called him Uncle Adolf?
Isn't that what like the Hitler Youth called him? Was like Uncle Adolf?
What? No, I've never heard of. Is that
maybe no. You know, it was it was Vietnam. They called him Uncle Ho Chi Minh, Uncle Ho.
Oh yeah, yep, you're right.
So, I think there's a Hitler one. I think there's an Uncle Adolf. There probably is. We'll have to look that up. Put me on another list. You know, if you listen to the lefties, that list puts me in the good category now that I'm searching up, you know, Nazi stuff. But yeah, where were we going with that?
The fucking deportation or sued really fucking got me.
That's we ran off the rails there. But
what was your point?
It was Epstein. I know.
We were talking about how it's just shady that he's on there.
You base. I wouldn't say it was like immigration was the major issue of that Trump campaigned on, that and corruption in general. I think was kind of that was their mainstays.
Yes,
the whole Epstein thing was definitely a part of it, and then in fact he put guys like Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, who have hours and hours of them on video talking about how Epstein didn't kill himself, and there's a big client list, and it was a big blackmail operation, which I don't know so much that the blackmail part was true, but what we do fucking know is that Epstein himself was convicted some sort. I know the main investigation was into child sex trafficking, and child is it's another one of those terms because like a lot of the girls he was convicted of trafficking they weren't exactly kids. They were teenagers, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're a child. But legally speaking, they're like not of age, but they're kind of close, you know. It's dirty, it's gross, illegal for sure. But it wasn't like they were, you know, little boys or something like that. Like, you know, some religious institutions. But all of that being said, like, I don't care if they were blackmailed or not. I want to know who was ordering the 16-year-old girl that they groomed and probably forced into, you know, blowing Prince Andrew or whoever the fuck it was.
Well, and that's why I wanted fucking Rob on, so I could, because shockingly, Rob's totally on board with it not being real.
Yeah.
Like,
but if it is real, Donald Trump's probably the worst one.
Yeah. But like, if this case were brought against a regular citizen, they would arrest every single dude that participated in it.
Oh yeah.
They would totally, because they,
and rightfully so.
Because they put themselves in that situation. Like, It wasn't like a gun to the head, like, hey, you do this, or I'm going to blow your brains out. Like that.
Unless it was. We don't fucking know.
Well, if Hillary Clinton's on that list, you know, fucking Hill Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and,
Hillary, he said yes. He said yes. Oh, finger slipped. Sorry.
And another thing, too, that's crazy is I can't tell if our government just thinks we're stupid or they're stupid. Because
also, yes.
It's like it's an incompetency, or is it malicious? Both equally terrifying.
I think it's both at this point. It's not only incompetence, but there's also malice behind it.
But that after all this shit went down, they're like, I think maybe they thought they were smart. They're like, oh, we're going to release the video. And either they didn't check or they thought nobody would care that there's like 2 minutes gone.
Yeah, there's almost 3 full minutes. And with like a pretty cursory forensic analysis, they found out like, oh, this is not at all the raw file. It was exported from 3 different files. And there's a whole bunch of 3 minutes missing here. So like,
So Rob was making his point, kind of calling us fucking tinfoil hatters. I brought that point up, and there was silence.
Yep.
Because anybody who would argue that there's nothing there, just bring up that. Just bring up that. Like, that's not a little shady. And how much shady shit has our government done to us? To everybody.
Yeah.
Look at fucking the one I always bring up. Look at Reagan.
Yeah.
With introducing crack to the black community.
Yeah, to pay for the weapons that we were selling to Iran illegally so that they could fight Iraq, who we were legally selling weapons to.
Like, and to have the gall to say, like, oh, you guys are just tinfoilers. Like, a lot of this stuff is suspicious, and we think it is rightfully so.
So I've been listening to a lot. So I like, you know me, I've been down the Epstein rabbit hole quite a bit.
Yes.
And it's one of the perks of being working alone and working a horseback most of the time. Like, I've got a lot of time to
Don't you work, Matt?
I do, but I also casually ingest a bunch of weird information while I'm doing it, you know. I'm a
except when you're flashing your dick at the cows.
Oh, that's part of the job. If I didn't do that, I'd be fired. No, it's So like I'm fortunate enough that I have the opportunity and I'm curious enough to listen to a bunch of different shit most of the day. So when I hear about some of this shit, like the whole Epstein thing, which is a child sex trafficking ring. We know that because we got 2 convictions on that. No idea about who else was involved. Well, we got some ideas.
Isn't it normal cop protocol that if you bust a prostitution ring, you get information from them to bust all the clients?
Right. Like, nobody from the feds tried to kidnap one of Epstein's underage girls. Like they, allegedly tried to kidnap the governor of Michigan. Remember how that whole thing? They tricked a couple of retards into looking like they were trying to kidnap
start the revolution, brother.
Right. But then when they're like, when the FBI, either agents or informants were like, we should kidnap the governor, they're like, oh, I don't know about all that. And they're like, oh, you're in too deep now. And then so there's that whole big deal, which was led up to it was all series of events that led up to that 2020 election. But that was a big one. People forget now that after they didn't kidnap the governor, and it turns out it was entrapment by the FBI, as we found out in court, where they all got acquitted.
And then people are surprised when Trump's just cleaning house.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, the guy that led that operation was like from the Milwaukee FBI field office, was later transferred to the Washington D.C. field office right before the January 6th, insurrection.
I still like. I'm sorry, people. What the fuck are you doing? I'm sorry if I'm at a rally and they start heading into the people's capital on the day they're supposed to. Just in general, I'm like, all right, I'm out. I'm fucking out.
Oh yeah.
But the clip that fucking gets me is the one of that old guy who's like just stirring up shit.
Ray Epps.
Oh, let's go in.
Yeah, Ray Epps. And then remember how they went after a bunch of, like, they convicted a 70-year-old woman with cancer of trespassing, sent her to federal prison, but then they try to convince us that Ray Epps was just simply a misunderstood old man.
Or how we don't know anything about the Las Vegas shooter or Trump shooter. I mean, that one I'm starting to turn a little bit on. Like, why isn't his ear all like? There's not even a little scar. You know what I mean?
I have noticed that too.
Does the tanning booth like fade your scars? Like, what's going on?
He might have really good plastic surgery. He's never used it before, but maybe he did this time.
If anybody would have access to something like that, yeah, okay.
But
I don't know if I totally buy it, but
no, I don't buy it either. Like I said, he's never he has access to that type of procedures, and he hasn't used it yet. He's a sloppy piece of shit.
Looks like a wad of Play-Doh.
Like, surprisingly virile. I'll give him that. Like, it's kind of impressive how he's able to just like zip around and always just be Trump.
Dude, he's Play-Doh in chief now, because much like Play-Doh, kids had to play with him.
Oh, hold on.
Woo! Where's the womp womp womp? Give me the womp womp womp. If I ever do stand up, I'm carrying my phone with that fucking sound. Because I just feel like any fucking real dark joke gets 10 times funnier with that sound effect.
Yeah, so after all this shit, Donald Trump comes out and he's let me find. I saved several of his Truth Social posts, which I don't really go to the media to see what Trump's talking about anymore. I just go to his Truth Social feed because there at least it's coming from the horse's mouth. I don't believe it, but at least I know it's coming from him.
Yeah, it's not some.
It's not some bullshit.
Yeah.
Let me find. Okay. So this was, I forget what day it was, but a couple days ago, he says, "What's going on with my, quote, boys, and in some cases, quote, gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who sucks." That's my emphasis.
Oh,
there.
she's fucking terrible.
She's terrible. He says, "Who is doing a, all caps, fantastic job. We're back, or we're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a, all caps, perfect administration."
Does the king protest of the protest?
Doth the king protest?
Oh.
All caps, "The talk of the world, and, quote, selfish people are trying to hurt it. All over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein." So there'll be a bunch of QAnon people that like take that, the guy that never dies, as to like Jeffrey Epstein's actually alive and Donald Trump's just laying out this 4D chess program to get him.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna have to
stand back and stand by.
They're gonna have to hang Hillary Clinton for the third time at Gitmo. Remember?
He wrote that?
No, that was me. That emphasis me. You remember
like,
when
oh, shit,
the QAnon people were like, they were convinced that Donald Trump was actually the president after the 2020 election, there was military tribunals going on at Gitmo, and they hung Hillary. Like my father-in-law was convinced of that, and like, I pulled up Twitter. I was like, she tweeted 2.5 hours ago.
You know, have you ever, sorry to tangent, have you ever seen that video of where she's like having to be helped into a car and she's like almost having a seizure or something?
Yeah.
She's like unstable. I mean, I don't believe any of that QAnon stuff, but then you look at that and then also we find out they just put a vegetable to run the country for 4 years. Like, okay, like there's some gray area somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Oh yeah. The guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to the files? Files was capitalized. Written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more. All right, so
you know what they did? They probably burned all the evidence except for the Trump evidence.
That wouldn't surprise me a bit.
He found out, he's like, oh shit. It's just me, apparently.
Yeah, I mean that's also, I didn't think about it from that angle. I would just assumed it's all destroyed at this point. I don't think we're gonna know. All right, so
but if that was the case, I feel like somebody like Trump would say that. You know what I mean? He would say that.
He claims that this was like a Hillary conspiracy, but one of the main guys are culprits of the Epstein deal is fucking Slick Willie himself.
Yeah.
The guy who was on the Lolita Express 26 different times.
Well, he likes Bill. He doesn't like Hillary. That's what it is.
Well, I mean,
Bill's a good time.
Well, they probably tag teamed the same 15-year-old.
Do it.
So, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Russia. So it's not a bad tactic. This is stupid. Like, you're insulting my intelligence at this point. You're comparing it to the Russia hoax, which was a fucking hoax. The intelligence agents was stupid. The Hunter Biden laptop was real the whole time. So just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me, and now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands.
Friends.
All right, so the Christopher Steele dossier, yes, that was fake. The conviction on Jeffrey Epstein, nobody is claiming that's fake.
No.
The conviction of Ghislaine Maxwell, no, I haven't heard anybody say that's fake. Like, nobody is saying free Ghislaine.
You know what's the best thing about Rob not being on tonight?
We should make shirts that say free Ghislaine, but spell it G-I or J-I-Z-Z Lane.
You know what's the best thing about Rob not being on tonight?
He's not asking you to give him money.
Well, that too. But literally, the night where the whole cast is just kind of ripping on Trump.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even get to participate.
He's not there. He's not here.
Love it. Fuck you, Rob. What am I talking about? That son of a bitch don't listen.
No, he don't listen. But
He don't listen.
all right. So, but then he tries to compare it, with all these actual hoaxes. But no, like, I don't believe you. If it's that much of a hoax, release all the files.
Matt,
like,
you're glib. Oh, I wish you would have led with that. My followers got me here, but they're glib.
They're glib. They're so glib. Totally glib. You're acting like a bunch of retards right now.
Oh,
this is obviously fake.
The Plato in chief, baby.
There's this Epstein dude, real bad guy, apparently. I knew him for a while. Totally bad dude. Terrible hair. He'd say something like that too.
Yeah,
He's got that Jew fro. You know what that means?
Bring down lasers on me.
What else did he say? The friends are playing right into their hands. I love the intrigue here, Don. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? Because they're in it too. If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? Because you can't, like, it would be just as suspicious if they only released Donald Trump. They're like, turns out Jeffrey and Ghislaine trafficked thousands of girls to one client, and that client was Donald Trump. You'd be like, oh, that doesn't seem believable either.
Yeah, and a group that literally throws everything they got at this guy.
Uh-huh.
And the one thing, like, who knows if he did anything or not, but they literally probably have him on a list. They probably have pictures with him.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least.
So
this would be the knockout.
I went down another rabbit hole the other night on this whole thing. I'd spent a couple nights in a row that I've done this. So there's this author, Michael Wolff, who was I don't know if he was hired, but you know how there's like these biographers around the president all the time, and they always write the worst shit about him.
Yeah.
Like, why would you have them around? Like,
who he, like, I'd have, if I were president, I'd have you.
Right.
Because you wouldn't go fucking below the belt, but you would make it funny, and at the end you'd be like, yeah, but he's a pretty okay guy. You know?
He's a real piece of shit, but he's a pretty okay piece of shit.
He's our piece of shit.
But this Michael Wolff guy, who apparently was also writing about Jeffrey Epstein, claims that Epstein showed him, he said it was about a dozen or so Polaroids spread out like a deck of cards. And they were all pictures of Trump with girls of uncertain age, is what he said. Uncertain age. There was a couple where there was like two girls topless sitting on his lap. And there was a couple other pictures where he said there was a stain on the front of his pants. And the girls were like bent over, pointing and laughing at it. So like I guess he came in his pants. Which that's probably the picture he doesn't want released.
He went full 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, they just felt like a bag of sand, man. He probably could have used a bag of sand right then to soak up all the cum.
Hey man, when you get that pedo rich,
why are they
never
all
get pedo rich?
Why do they all rich? Kids like? And it's not just here, but like not the Taliban, but the people that we put in charge of Afghanistan. They had the bachabazi thing where like it was a custom where they all had young boys that they fucked and then also made them like their personal bodyguards.
You know what, Matt? I'll just say this. Reading the Bible a lot lately.
Uh-huh.
You know, like just evil.
Yeah, evil's evil.
Once you've traded the Almighty for your idol of gold, like I guess it's all out the window.
Right. And so like that's the thing that gets me with this whole Epstein thing. Is like I don't care if he was Mossad, I don't care if he was CIA, I don't care if he was neither. What seems to be a lot of fucking smoke, particularly from two convictions, is that there was some very rich and powerful people that hung out with this guy who was trafficking young girls, young women, I would say. They're, as young as 13, which
Matt,
is
we're just tinfoilers.
Too fucking young. And I don't care if there's blackmail or not on him. I want to know who fucking did it, and we should I don't even think we should hang him. I think we should go old school Mormon justice. Like if you fucked a 13-year-old girl on some dude's private island, you should be castrated and then just let out into the public as a eunuch. Fuck you.
We're just tinfoilers, Matt.
I guess so. I guess so. But yeah, we're just supposed to move along from this child sex trafficking ring. Just move along.
I love it when people mock people that, and you don't have to go all the way down the rabbit hole, but you can be like, something's not right here. And to mock people who are concerned about kids getting banged, like, is this not an issue we should like poo-poo? Like,
right. Right.
I mean, okay, maybe not all of it is true, but there's some weird shit in all of this. And just, it's concerning that more people aren't more of a little concerned. Like Rob, you're not a little concerned, Rob?
Just even, I know a lot of people don't care, and I get that. I envy you.
Right.
But also, like,
been history majors, that's the problem.
Like, you should care a little bit. Like, it shouldn't consume your life, but you should care a little bit. So, all right, moving along on this. They haven't even given up on the JFK or Martin Luther King Jr. files. Well, yeah, because we don't know anything, and you're still hiding shit from us. That's why we haven't given up on it. And you said you were going to release them all, so fucking do it.
You know what makes me think he lied about all of his promises? He was in the White House before. You know, he's like us. The first thing we would do is go to the top secret files about all the shit we have some assumptions about.
Yeah.
So, like, just lie through his teeth.
You know where I'd go first? I want to see the JFK sex tapes. you know that he wasn't bringing any uggos in.
No, I mean Marilyn Monroe, just her.
Yeah, and from what we understand about JFK, that shit was all consensual. So, I want to see how JFK laid wood. That's what I want to see first day as president.
Yeah. Good.
But then also, like, I want to see LBJ because he was a disgusting man. Nixon, that'd have been like the saddest sex tape ever. I bet that was probably worse than the Paris Hilton sex tape.
Real unenthusiastic HJs.
Yeah. She was trying to be enthusiastic, but it was just Richard Nixon on the other end of it.
You know what? Is it? I picture LBJ or Nixon sounding like Rob during sex. Yep. Except in a deeper, more gravelly tone. Yep, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a good little. Let me finish the Trump the Trump post, and then I'll come back to this idea.
Yep. Okay.
But, all right. So no matter how much success we have had securing the border, he did do that. Deporting criminals, we'll see.
Yeah.
He also deported a bunch of just dumb college kids because they spoke out against Israel.
You know what happened?
Not a fan of that.
They probably have a whole list of criminals, but they're criminals. It's hard. They probably can't find them.
Well, and a lot of them are in the California penal system.
Oh, okay.
Which is a sanctuary state. So, like, the state of California is just like, no, you can't come in here.
Not even prisoners, huh?
Yeah, like that's been like a big issue with the sanctuary cities and states.
Not even prisoners.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why they've like the ICE agents have been just camping out at the courtroom.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting to nab them as they get acquitted or whatever. Okay, so deporting criminals, that's undetermined yet. Fixing the economy, definitely undetermined yet. Seems to be, I mean, it's better. Energy dominance, seems like we're on a good path there. I will say that.
Oh, we opened up our first rare mineral mine in the past, 70 years.
And they're starting to build some oil refineries again, which is like, okay. I get they're not really environmentally friendly, but do you like air conditioning or not?
Fuck, man. Dude, I'm ruined. We survived pretty well in the non-air conditioning that was college. I'm coddled now. I can't fucking live without it.
I went and recharged my pickup AC the other day, and I've got a leak somewhere. And it's just blowing hot, and it just makes you angry.
Right.
But then also, like, when you drive with the windows down, it does make you feel a little bit better, even if it's hot outside.
You know what? I've totally turned into total dad. I refuse, if it's just me, I refuse to turn on my air conditioning so it doesn't waste gas.
just cruise with the window down. I dig it. I dig it. Okay. And a safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons. That's definitely undetermined, but it still seems like they're leaving that door open. They're like, we might have to go back in again. we might have to really fuck them up this time.
Oh, you know what? Trump would totally use that as to go into Iran and take over the oil fields because we're not building quick enough to get gas down. He was totally
he's like,
wait,
you're fucking up my stock market.
Wait, it's gonna take how many years? Okay, Iran, bam.
Yeah, and I will say one of the good things about Trump is he seems to have got a lot of lackeys, but particularly in the with Hegseth. They talk a lot of shit on Hegseth, but that dude's a legit war fighter. He was not a general, or he wasn't, he never made it up to full bird colonel where you become a political actor rather than a military actor. And so they're actually they are doing a pretty legit job of like getting back to the business of fighting war with our soldiers instead of this DEI, all-inclusive gender ambiguity bullshit that they have been doing.
Isn't it fucking amazing? We always talk about like just how crazy it is. We almost have to talk. We have to talk about things and go back just to realize everything.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy that the Pete Hegseth fucking or whoever on the text chat leaked, that text chain was leaked and saying like he was talking to his family about the war plans?
Yeah.
That's so in the back burner now.
Oh yeah.
Just everything.
Oh yeah,
What was
that's
that, two months ago?
Something like that. But yeah, that's completely gone. And the guy that actually set up the text chain, who honestly seems like he's still employed. Rumor has it he was the national security advisor, Mike Waltz, and he got not fired, but he got shuffled elsewhere because he was essentially going over Trump's head and talking with the Israelis directly.
Oh, he pulled the John Kerry?
Yeah, pretty much. So, but they didn't fire him. They made him the UN ambassador, which is, yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, and you know, fuck the UN. The UN's absolutely useless. We shouldn't be a part of it. We shouldn't be funding it. But all right, so then
you know what they should have punished him with? Being the ambassador to France.
Yeah, no, because the French women will fuck. So you gotta send them to like
Kazakhstan.
Yeah. I was gonna say Saudi, but like they're kind of modernizing a little bit. You need to go to one of those real like make him like the ambassador in exile to Afghanistan.
Yeah, right.
Where the only chance of pussy you got out there is a goat.
They be fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't sleep on that Iran deal. Like there'll be people pushing us to bomb them even further.
Oh man, we should text Rob and say, what is it, the 10th day without a nuclear holocaust?
Yeah, it is. It's, I think we're over 2 weeks now.
Oh,
without the threat of a holy war. So
that's cool.
That is. I mean, that's something. That's something, Trump. It's never enough for some people. We are about to achieve more in 6 months than any other administration has achieved in over 100 years, and we have so much more to do. We are saving our country and making America great again, which will continue to be our complete priority. The left is imploding. Kash Patel and the FBI must be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption,
voter fraud. Yeah. We're back to that. I mean, there are some issues, but with that whole thing, but that's not what.
Well, and also it's not a federal issue.
That too.
That's a state by state issue. And while I agree that needs to be rooted out and not just like your old classic voter fraud, like they've been doing some weird shit, but they also, remember, they just put up cardboard boxes over the windows while they were counting the votes in Georgia and Philadelphia. Like that seemed like classic old school voter fraud in my books.
Well, and even if, let's say, like, you don't believe that, just the optics of them doing that does not look good.
No, like, not at all.
Does not look good.
Read the room, bro. Read the room.
Like, maybe not all of it's true. Again, maybe not all of it's true, but my God, there's just some weird shit, people.
But you should also try to close every crevice where that suspicion could leak through. Like,
yes.
lock it down tight, and by putting cardboard boxes over the windows while you're counting the votes does not tamp down the suspicion at all.
When I was on campaign, if that were to happen, we would go fucking nuts because they have poll watchers and campaign staff can go and watch it as well.
There was numerous cases of Republican poll watchers getting kicked out, but not Democrats. It's fucking wild. And so, and Trump in the most Trumpian fashion, like it was just such a ham-handed way of how he went about all of it. And so I'm still, I don't believe the 2020 election at all. But also I don't believe Trump at all when he's bringing his cases. I'm just like, no, I don't buy it.
You know what? We were talking about our cross to bear, and it's a good dad and hypocrisy. You know what our real cross to bear is? Turning everybody into a tinfoiler. Like Rob. Oh man, if I could die a happy man if I got Rob onto one of these. I could die happy.
Mm-hmm.
I could die happy.
So the rigged and stolen election of 2020 and arresting thugs and criminals instead of spending month after month looking at nothing but the same old radical left-inspired documents on Jeffrey Epstein. It was your administration that arrested him before he killed himself, Donald. And then it's all caps. Let Pam Bondi do her job. She's great! Exclamation point. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Leave Britney alone. Leave Britney alone.
You want to hear a real tinfoiler hat?
Huh?
The Epstein files were in Joe Biden's fucking garage.
Next to the Corvette.
Next to the Corvette.
And that's why the Democrats didn't want to release them.
Yep, that's exactly why. Fucking
dude,
count it.
Hey, all right, so this is July, what is it? It is July 17th, 8:54 Pacific time. If they turned out to be in an Uncle Joe's garage next to the Corvette, I don't know what I'm gonna buy you, but I'll buy you something.
Okay, hey, put AE. Put AE there. So man, that would be the best day in the only child's life. Fucking tinfoil hat conspiracy that nobody's thought of.
That's gonna be my teaser clip for this episode.
Oh man,
what are we at? We're at hour 3.
You know what's gonna be my response? Good old Ace Ventura. Man, I'm tired of being right.
Fucking for real, dude. All right, so if that's the case, Hunter Biden's on those Epstein files.
And wouldn't it fit too? Because nobody would go after Hunter Biden. He was using him as leverage. But then when Dad got caught with him, they had to be like, "Oh no, Trump didn't do him, but we're doing them the right way."
Right. Well, and also Biden he was the head of the task force on Ukraine when Obama was in office. And if you haven't heard, Ukraine's about to they're coming up on 3 years of being invaded by Russia. Pretty neat. Uncle Joe did a good job, I'm sure.
Wait, Matt, was that the army that you thought was going to be on the border? It wasn't going to cross.
Hey, you know what? I called that one wrong. I called that one wrong. But also, had I known that Putin essentially gave NATO an ultimatum, I would have been like, "Hey, don't try to call his bluff because he's not bluffing."
You know, Matt, I do give you credit and agree sometimes with your tinfoil theories, but man, that one disappointed me. I was shocked. I thought you were fucking with me. I was like, "No, there's an army." No, they won't. There's an army, Matt.
No, like I said, I got that one way wrong. But then they told us like a year into the war that like 2 weeks before that, Putin had sent a letter to NATO saying like, hey, if you try to bring NATO in, we will invade. Like that is a line that is the red line.
No, they wanted all the Raytheon. They were shit. Boeing, man.
I know. Well,
war saved Boeing.
What did we do in response to that letter? We sent Kamala Harris over to Poland and said Russia will be a part of, Ukraine will be a part of NATO. I don't remember the exact quote, but it was like, oh, you just thumbed your nose at Putin there. That was stupid. That was stupid. Like, Russia's kind of a paper tiger, but we found out they can hit pretty fucking hard. And if we want to kick them out of Ukraine completely, that's going to be a fight. It's not going to be pretty.
I think Russia's military is somewhere in between their 1940s killing Nazis and the paper tiger that was the 90s. Like, yeah. And I don't know how far they are to which end, but like it still kind of make me nervous a little bit.
Right. Like a little bit. I think like cancel the nukes out. Let's pretend that's off the table. Pretend. Okay. Yeah, I think we defeat Russia, but also I think a good 100,000 of our boys die.
At least. On top of that, if Putin, remember Putin's health was a thing a year ago, and I haven't heard anything about it. But if something happens to him, isn't Medved in second to be prime minister? I think so, but also you got to factor in the oligarchs, and I don't know exactly how that hierarchy works. All the second and third in commands are way even farther on a warpath than Putin ever is. Putin just wants money. But the other guys, they want to restore the fatherland, you know?
Well, I think Putin's somewhat along those lines too, but Putin is not a stupid man. That's one thing they always try to make him out as just purely a thug. You're like, no, that dude took over power in Russia. He essentially, he didn't neuter the oligarchs, but he brought them into line or he killed them. And he's moved forward with a united Russia for the most part. We were talking about this the other day. Even with this war, which is not very popular in Russia itself, Vladimir Putin is still very highly regarded.
Well, and let's take out all of his ruthless power moves. Take out his political career.
Oh yeah, well, how he came to power is what it is. What it is. That happens all over the world.
Well, no, but you have to be talented.
Yeah.
But take all that out. You think that a former spy, any spy, I bet is probably going to be pretty intelligent.
Yeah.
But from an agency that's one of the top in the world at spying and doing covert shit, you think this man's an idiot? That's... I'm come on, guys. Let's not... And take that out. Let's not underestimate a country that has one of the top 3 militaries in the world and has nukes. Let's just, please, can we not underestimate them? Can we do that?
Yeah, exactly. Let's treat them not like they're the Colorado Rockies or the Chicago White Sox. Let's treat them with the deference they deserve, which it's a giant country with a huge economy. Are they a paper tiger? Yes, to some extent, but more like a paper mache tiger. It's going to take a few hits to get into there. All right, so we're still not through this first Donald Trump post, by the way.
Still, we're not.
No.
Oh, Jesus, hey. Dude, this guy's totally fucking kids. There's no how long it is. If knew nothing else about this and read this reply, Like, oh, that fucker's guilty as fuck.
Yeah. So we left off at leave Pam alone.
Leave Pam alone.
The 2020 election was rigged and stolen, and they try to do the same thing in 2024. That's what she's looking into as AG, and much more. 1 year ago, our country was dead, all caps. Now it's the hottest, all caps, country anywhere in the world.
So hot right now.
Let's keep it that way and not waste time and energy. Like, all right, let's focus on this line. Let's keep it that way and not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein.
Let's not waste time and energy on potential kitty fucking.
Yeah. Somebody that nobody cares about. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And then a couple hours later, he posted something about revoking Rosie O'Donnell's U.S. citizenship.
Got it back on the train. Got it back on the
Which, you know what? Like, kind of won me back a little bit. I was like, that's fucking funny. Like, it's the most like tone deaf, thing you could do after this long screed.
It's like he's in a room. It's like that South Park episode. He does this, and then he goes back to his crew of MAGA, and he's like, "Oh yeah, bash a lesbian. They love that shit." And then he types it.
So that was a couple days ago, and he was he got a lot of pushback. Weirdly. So then he posted, I think this was yesterday, maybe it was the day before, but he says the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell.
Did they work on this one, Don?
Yeah, which the Dems swore come from Russia. No, parentheses. No, it come from Hunter Biden's bathroom. In parentheses, and even the Russia hoax itself, a totally fake and made up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 election. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They're no good at governing, no good at policy, no good at picking winning candidates. And unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. He's really trying to make Jeffrey Epstein hoax a thing.
Yeah.
And my past supporters have bought into this bullshit. He put bullshit in quotes for some reason. Hook, line,
because it's allegedly bullshit.
Right. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this bullshit. Hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years. He was way better on Twitter when there was a character limit. Because now he just keeps on going. Like, I had to take 2 screenshots to get the full post in there.
Wait, and that little quote's interesting. Like, the left was telling us about this and get us riled up about it.
No, it was Alex Jones and Dan Bongino and Kash Patel.
Yeah, so how they went in there, and then all of a sudden, there's nothing there.
Yeah. He conveniently leaves out, to be fair, like when Rob sent the article about the Republicans blocking the releasing of the files, like, all right, yeah, fair enough, Rob. I would really give you credit for that if the Democrats hadn't already done that back in like 2020.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So both.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like our entire point. They all fucking suck.
That's if he would just concede on that point one time, I'd leave him the fuck alone.
I know. It'd be like, it's like, hey, Rob, give up on the Cubs and go pick another team. just like we did. Just like we did.
Yep. Oh, Rob's got his World Series. He's a lifer.
I know it. He'll never give it up. Never. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years. I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history, and all these people want to talk about with strong prodding by fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking about our incredible and unprecedented success, because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. All caps, make America great again.
You know what's most terrifying about this whole scenario? Like, I feel like Trump with the Epstein stuff, it seems like the past 5 elections, we just swing way far to the right and then way far to the left and then farther right and farther left. Like, who are the Democrats going to run? Like, I feel like they're doubling down and banking on that America's just going to go full left. And whoever they get in there is just going to be like, but I always gave my dad shit about like, oh, socialist influence, blah, blah, blah. Like, who fucking knows? I mean, I say what you will, but I'm sorry. I don't like that system. I really don't like that system. I like our system. I'm sorry.
I agree. But that's a great stopping point because I got to pee. But let's come back and we'll talk about this guy that's probably going to be the mayor of New York. Have you heard about this dude?
I've heard whisperings. I didn't pay much attention to it because CNN will
we don't live in New York.
Yeah, like CNN will paint him as a moderate. Fox News will paint him as like the end of the world. And I know it's somewhere in the middle, so I just didn't even pay attention.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me go take a leak, and we'll come back and talk about him.
All right.
All right, I'm back. Are you there? Are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
You're there? Okay.
I'm there.
Okay, so before I forget, and before we get into this New York City mayor guy, I'm just putting this in your head so we can close on this little segment. But what president would you most like to see the sex tape from? Who would have the best sex tape as president?
And you know what? Do you come from? There's two angles.
Okay.
One, are you strictly going, kind of bro mode, and you want to see the best kind of porno you've ever seen? Or do you come at it from the autistic curiosity side that I know both of us come from, and you just want to see the weirdest shit possible?
All right, I think there's 3 options.
Oh, 3? Okay.
Okay, so 1 for the sexiness of it, something you could actually spank your bank to.
Yeah.
1 for the morbid curiosity, and the best one for the comedy. So keep that in the back of your mind, and that's what we're gonna end the show with.
You know what? It's a fuck, marry, kill situation. You could just bang all 3.
It is it's the death of fun presidential fuck, marry, kill. But instead of it's beat, ogle, laugh. BGL. A BOL. Beat, ogle, laugh. That's what we're gonna call it.
Oh my god! I was gonna go with Plato and Chief, but you win, Matt. That's
beat, ogle, laugh.
Oh my! This could be a new genre.
We could turn this into a game show.
We could. Can you imagine how many people would be into a fucking dating show that would be called
Beat, Ogle, Laugh? All right, so that's going to be the name of the episode. Beat.
Oh
Ogle,
yeah,
Laugh.
it's done. It's fucking done.
All right, so Zoran Mamdani is the guy, and to be fair, it's not like he's a super popular guy. Like, he's got a lot of attention here recently because he just won the Democratic primary for mayor in New York. He beat out
who did he Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, okay. I mean,
but also
I don't think that guy's very popular right now.
No, he's not at all. He was like Mr. COVID governor. And then turns out it's actually a direct quote from him. I'm not perverted. I'm just Italian. Because he got accused of some sort of sexual misconduct. I don't know if it was assault. I don't believe it was rape. I don't know exactly, but it was some sort of sexual misconduct.
Better be funny.
That was one of the funniest quotes I've ever heard in my life. Was I'm not perverted. I'm just Italian. I mean, that's fucking primo. But anyway, so this Mamdani guy, and he is like Indian and Arab of some sort. I don't know what flavor of Arab. He's a Muslim. And he's a democratic socialist, which is just communist light. He won with like 9. I think there was like 9% turnout of the Democratic, like registered Democrats. So typical primary vote.
And I like one thing about this guy. I like you nailed it, democratic socialist. And yes, there's probably some racist fucks out there that don't like him because of where he comes from or his religion. But also recognize too, probably there's some people who don't like him because he's a democratic socialist.
Right.
Like, just throw a bone sometimes.
I remember your dad back when Obama was running, we were kind of having a conversation. It's like at the, what was that? The Hofbrau? Is that where we used to go?
Yeah, the Hofbrau. Oh
yeah. I think we were there one time and we were kind of like casually discussing, and I remember it was like me and your dad said we were not voting for Obama, and I forget.
Was it Eric?
Maybe, I'm not for sure, but I I just remember your dad looked at me and nodded because I was like, no, I'm not voting for him because he's a goddamn socialist. And and your dad was like, hell yeah.
Because you know what, that's what pisses me off. Like, my dad is a Trumper.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in the cult. He would never disown anybody because they voted for Joe Biden.
But he's going to talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, and he's not like racist. I mean, the guy grew up in one of the poorest neighborhoods in Denver.
Mm.
Many Hispanic friends. I know friends aren't a good barometer, but many Hispanic friends.
You have an Uncle Taco. That's a pretty good barometer.
We have an Uncle Taco. But like,
isn't that a nickname he gave himself too?
He introduced
so it's not a bunch of white dudes calling him Taco because they couldn't pronounce his name. It's a guy that's like, hey, no, just call me Taco.
His name's Michael Martinez. But like, that's why I get so pissed at Rob when he starts to go into that cult shit. Because like, he'll throw like racist and fascist. I'm like, dude, you're talking about my dad, and he is none of that.
I remember he called me a Putin propagandist, and I went off on him then. I was like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm a goddamn American. Fuck you.
He's just a sweet fucking old school man that fucking respects everybody.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're a dick, then he doesn't like you. Anything else, bam, you're good.
Right, which is, like, that's fair. I think that's a good barometer. Like, I hate assholes. But, yeah, so this Mondami or Namdami, I guess I could look him up. I do have the internet.
Do you?
I know he's Zoran.
Yeah, wasn't he talking about almost like putting grocery stores under government control?
Oh yeah, he wants to set up government run grocery stores, which is neat.
Like, you're trying to do all the things that Russia does of why we hate Russia. Like,
right.
Where's the message?
Yeah, so but he made a thing is like, he's pretty smooth. He's a retard, but he's all right. There was like a campaign video that
you were told by well-meaning individuals that the more you want to accomplish, the less you should speak about Palestine. And for me, what made it central to my identity is that it is a glaring contradiction. This is Astoria. Astoria has been home to immigrant communities across the world for decades. The biryani and some eggplant. When you're a South Asian, growing up in so many places where you can.
I really like the North Korean propaganda music in the background.
Well, it's also like 80s cop movie. It's like a Starsky and Hutch score too.
Uh-huh.
And feel at home. And this is one of those avenues where, for me and for so many others, you can be yourself. This is how we defeat the occupation. Style.
So the third holy grail of taboos in American politics, you have socialism, you have Islam, and then you have Palestine. And you are really going for the trifecta.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Tell me, why is Palestine...
I hate watching people eat rice and shit with their hands.
Can you... what's funny, can you imagine if a white politician made a video like this? Everybody like, oh, he thinks he's cool with us because he's eating our food.
Oh, I would
like the Jill Biden.
Yeah. You're a breakfast taco. You're a breakfast taco, and you're all diverse and Mexican.
Can you? Oh, Lindsey Graham doing it? Because it would be so like ironic.
I'd eat your breakfast taco any day.
You liar.
Maybe at a burrito.
A part of your politics?
When you grow up as someone, especially in the third world, you have a very different understanding of the Palestinians.
They give away plastic forks in America. Like, I don't care how poor you are. You don't have to eat with your hands.
And you know what?
Especially rice. Like I get eating ribs, but come on, dude.
And I get the argument a little bit that you don't know truly how something is until you live through it. But also, with you can learn, right?
Right.
You can learn about it if you hang around people who've been through that stuff, and you can appreciate it. Of course, you can't understand it. Like, I hate that argument. I hate that argument.
You remember when Rob told me I was wrong when I said the whole Israel-Palestine thing was going to be a real bugaboo for the Democrats?
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out it is. And not just for the Democrats. It's also for the Republicans. Because it turns out people don't like to watch women and children get bombed to death. Turns out. Like
Rob, when we have some big conversation, he throws around the lawyer card. Not like, we've also been through college and learned how to write and basically learned how to argue by living with the fucking terrible fucks we've assembled ourselves. Like, and we know history and the law, but you're gonna throw the lawyer card out.
Yeah,
because we're not a lawyer.
Yeah, I still have a hard time getting over that eating rice with your hands. That's fucking wild, man. you can get a spork anywhere.
Tradition.
Struggle. It is one that is framed in terms of empathy and solidarity. Specifically, growing up in South Africa.
Oh, he's eating with his hands out of solidarity, but not really solidarity because they don't have any food because Israel's not letting any in, and then when they do, they shoot the civilians when they run up to the aid trucks. You're like, fuck, man.
Matt, they're getting too specific.
They're getting real goddamn specific. Yeah, and I don't think that makes me anti-Semitic to say so. Like, I think it's just kind of fucked up.
You're a self-loathing Jew.
I really am, but only 0.7% self-loathing.
That was the best day of my life when you sent that through. I was like, Matt must have made like a fucking wish or some shit.
I got to cut the umbilical cord on my two beautiful children, and that was one of the best days of my life. But the best day of my life was finding out that I was 0.7% Ashkenazi Jew. It's like, man, I've really nailed down all the racist jokes. Like I get a pass for basically all of them.
I wish I could have been next to Rob when he saw that.
My wife just goes, "You're so happy, aren't you?"
So good. That's my defense. If anybody, like, if I get in trouble with any of the anti-Semitic jokes on here, like, well, Matt probably told it.
I definitely did. And if I get in trouble for any of the anti-Muslim jokes, I mean, we've been at war for centuries. Like, I can't. Come on. You can't expect me to accept them as equals. Come on.
Oh man.
Like a post-apartheid.
Fucking goyim.
It felt as if one of the most natural things to wear around my body was a keffiyeh. And so then to get here and see all of a sudden this topic was not only one that was discussed very differently, but was entirely taboo. It was a shock to my system. And for me, what made it central to my identity is that it is a glaring...
So he's more concerned about people's perception of that dress and not what's going on in their country where they're not allowed to choose anything to dress in.
Or also...
And like, hey, it's not right. I'm not saying it's right, but just remember where you came from. If it's so shitty, why would you? I don't know.
Well, also, like, why? I understand why it means as much to him because, yeah, I guess he is Palestinian, so he's like, yeah, Indian and Palestinian. I get it, fucking get it, man. But you can't expect the average American to give two solitary fucks about anything outside of their general orbit. Just the same way you can't expect the average Gaza inhabitant to give two solid fucks about transgender women in sports.
Right.
Like it's just not. It's not on this. They're not on the playing the same ball game, dude.
It's like the whole like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
Right. And so like, if you bring up the point how we're funding a lot of that, okay, that rings a little bit truer. But like, just overall empathy, man, it's hard to. I just don't care. Like I don't like what Israel's doing at all. I actually hate it. I think it's pretty atrocious. And I'm really upset that it's our taxpayer money going towards it. That I hate that part. But the overall fight between the Israelis and the Palestinians, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not my fight. I don't care. Which is like why we shouldn't be sending bombs over there. But also, like, you're not going to get me to, like, I'm not going to go protest over it. I'm going to be really pissed off. And I'm going to try to vote somebody who is not aligned with that. But the thing is, like, that guy, as far as that, say he's at the national level, he's going to be voting against all the Israeli funding, aid bills. Whereas the Republicans, who I agree with way more than this dude, I don't like the Republicans either, but they're going to vote almost in lockstep to just give Israel whatever the fuck they want.
They're going the swing's happening, dude. The swing is happening.
There really is like a kind of a radical realignment of American politics where you look. The Republican Party is pretty neutered. You've got Donald Trump and a handful of others, but none of the others can hold it together. Donald Trump's holding together the Republican Party. The Democratic Party is like, it's got the speed wobbles at the moment. But it seems to be like guys like this are about to take over. And yeah, while I agree with him a lot on the Palestinian issue, I don't like what his policies are for like government-owned grocery stores. That's fucking stupid. And he's proposing to pay for it by taxing the big grocery stores, which if you do that will move out of the city. And so you're going to have a government-run grocery store that doesn't have any funds because you can't steal from somebody who doesn't live there or doesn't do business there.
You know what our retirement has got to be?
Huh?
You and me retire. We go back to CSU. We get our doctorate, and our thesis is on, we'll call it the
oh, dude,
we'll call it the ever increasing pendulum. And our thesis is just an argument that the political system every 48 years just goes slightly more left, slightly more right. And then we write a paper on this is why we're so effed when we're retired.
You know what? I'm going to be the first person ever to get a PhD in women's studies. And my thesis paper will be describing in detail why women shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Oh, dude, you're going to be the worst old dude.
I will get my degree in women's studies from Liberty University or Hillsdale College or something like that.
Oh, my God.
My entire thesis will be explaining why women should not be allowed to vote for their own good.
Matt, this comment is totally, I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't hope it doesn't happen. But there's a little bit in me. I want to be friends with you long enough that you get like dementia. And then,
oh, dude.
And then I'm just going to take you out.
It's going to be glorious.
I'm going to take you out walking like a dog. Just to see you yell at kids.
But instead of a leash, give me a chain wallet. You can hold me by the chain wallet.
Oh, dementia Matt. You know what? Everybody talks about what they would do in a time machine, go back, kill Hitler, this and that. I would leap forward so I could see dementia Matt.
Or let me develop a little bit and then go back to that point and give me Down syndrome. And then
you be Uncle Donnie.
Oh man. Well, and then nobody can say shit about it because I got Down syndrome. I can't help it.
It's like that South Park episode about Tourette's.
Yeah.
Like,
well, speaking of Down syndrome, let's hear what the rest of this
contradictions. We say we care about freedom and justice and self-determination, and yet for some reason we draw a line when it comes to Palestinians that accept them. I'd see in this country time and again politicians that I would admire and who would inspire me, but who would be described as progressives except Palestine. And it became a driving force for me that we need to have a sense of consistency here. We need to have an understanding that our solidarity must be extended to the Palestinians. It shouldn't just incidentally include them. It must foreground them because they are a people who have been fighting for survival.
I like how his daughter interrupted right at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to be serious here, you little shit. If you were a true Muslim, you would have slapped the fuck out of her.
Survival has been put in jeopardy by the actions of this country for an equally long period of time. And it is our responsibility as Americans to ensure that we end those days of complicity. So there's no point to any of this if it is not to finally end that contradiction.
All right, so typical lefty response to Israel-Palestine. All that being said, you're going to be the mayor of New York. You have no say at what goes on in Israel/Palestine. Because you're the mayor of New York, which coincidentally, one of the things that really got him a lot of notoriety and like boosted his helped boost him to the win. He talked about, well, I guess it was a debate, and I know that Cuomo was on stage. I don't know if Eric Adams, the current mayor, was on stage or not. I think he was, but it was a debate for the mayor race, and one of the questions was like, what will be the first place you visit as mayor of New York? And
oh yeah,
all of them except for him could not tell you hard enough about how they were going to be on that first flight to Israel. And he's like,
a city mayor.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm going to stay in New York because I'm going to be the mayor of New York. And you're like, well, that's the correct answer. And while I don't agree with him on that Mamdani guy,
oh yeah,
he was like, no, I'm going to stay in New York because I'll be elected as mayor of New York. And I'm like, okay, that's
yep.
That is the right answer. That is the right answer. But yeah, then he's going on this whole deal about ending the contradiction about the Palestinians. And while I'm somewhat sympathetic to his points, we're like, well, also, see, is when my dad was in office, people would ask him about what he thought about the war in Iraq or George Bush or whatever. And he's like, I care about what happens in the state of Colorado because that's what I'm elected to care about. That's where I make my money. So I have no say about the war in Iraq at all. So my opinion is irrelevant. And like, okay, fair enough. Like, he's like, yeah.
That's how so my guy Ryan, when he was running for mayor, some guy like asked him about Chinese something or not. China was in the news.
Yeah.
It was, of course, it was.
They're always in the news.
Yeah, and it was a Republican guy.
Of course.
And like, Ryan was like, I can tell you my opinion about that, but I have no say what's going on. I'm running for mayor.
Yeah.
Like, And the guy got all pissed at him about it, but I'm like, what the? What else do you want him to say?
You're asking the wrong question, dude. Like, you're asking the wrong guy. That's like going into, a GM dealership and be like, what the fuck are you going to do about this Dodge Ram out here? Blew the engine right after I bought it. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Well, nothing, because it's a Ram and we're General Motors.
It also reminds me of the about Rocky Mountain gun owners.
Yeah.
Like
Dudley Brown.
Oh man, I despise them with a passion. They as you know, I don't own a gun, but I support everybody's right to have one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like Ryan they gave him a downgrade because he proposed when he was on city council years ago, and now they're everywhere. He proposed to have that spot shotter in the most dangerous corridor, like in Aurora. Just pop it there, the spot shotter or shot spotter spots where the gunfire came, and they can go investigate. And because of that, Rocky Mountain gun owners, because he brought up that one thing, they were like, nope, he's not 100% on board. He must be wrong. So they didn't back him. They backed the other guy who pandered to them.
So he wasn't proposing anything that would pose a hindrance on gun rights.
No, not at all.
Yeah, all right. So they're retarded.
It's the same thing. Like, shit, I lost my train of thought. It's the same thing. Like, just if somebody's not with you on your one specific subject, you just dismiss them outright. Like elected officials.
Yeah. There's not many issues where I just brush them aside, but fucking kids is one of them. You've lost all benefit of the doubt when you're involved with fucking kids. No. And I was telling my wife earlier today, I was like, I don't even think you should hang them in the city square. I think you got to go old school Mormon justice. Like, if you forcefully put your dick in somewhere where it didn't belong, you get to lose your nuts. You don't necessarily have to die, but somebody's gonna pull out a dull bladed rusty pocket knife and cut your nuts out, because that's what you deserve. All that being said,
on that note,
let's end it with what would we call it? Bang Oggle. It was BOL.
Dude, you gotta write this shit down.
I know. Oh, Bang Oggle Laugh. That's right. Bang Oggle Laugh.
Okay, write it down. Right next to my note of my conspiracy theory.
I wrote the timestamp on that one, but this one, Bang
Oggle.
Oggle's 2 G's, right? Yes, it is. Oggle Laugh. Okay.
President Sex Tape Edition.
Yep. This is the inaugural. There'll be plenty more. Multiple rounds.
You know what? Let's go back and forth on each one.
Okay. Do you want to? Let's start with Bang, because that's the easiest one, I think.
I feel like you and me are on the same page with this. How could you do anybody except Kennedy? Just anybody.
I would say Trump just because of Ivanka, but I don't feel like I could jerk it to that. Sex tape. If it was just Ivanka, sure. But with Donald, we've already said he kind of looks like a lumpy potato.
Here, let me sweeten the deal on Kennedy.
Okay.
Even more. Like, we've all been on the porn sites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest issue is always finding the perfect one to be last.
Yep.
With Trump, you only got Ivanka. With Kennedy, I feel like there's just a whole library. Like, yep, that's the one. You know?
Well, no, see, Trump is a serial philanderer. So you've got Ivanka, you've got Ivana, who's dead now. But can you jerk it to a dead woman? That also that goes into account, I think.
You know what? I've never thought of that, but now I'm like, well, fuck.
I don't know either. All right, so let's take that off the let's take that off the table.
If the
We don't know that they're dead. We are unaware that they're dead.
If the title wasn't what it is right now, it has been. Can you jerk off to a dead woman?
Would you jerk it to a dead woman? All right, so to throw a little wrinkle in your argument, I'm not saying I disagree, but just to sharpen your argument, what about a Reagan sex tape? Nancy Reagan is known as the throat goat.
I mean, you got me all fucked up with the dead woman comment. I mean, literally, it just limits it to like the last three presidents.
So yeah, honestly, you have Hill Dog.
Oh yeah,
Big Mike, Jill, and Ivanka. I mean, not Ivanka, Melania.
No, instead of her, you have to. Well, no, she's dead too. I was gonna say make you watch The Old Wife.
Oh wait, Laura Bush.
Laura Bush
is still there. So we got Laura
that's a whole
Bush,
different episode.
Hill Dog. Yeah, well, that's a different. So all right, let's go in their prime. If you're alive when this, if everybody involved in the sex tape and yourself is alive when you watch it. That's the ground rule. So we don't have to worry about jerking at the dead women.
Okay,
this is not like you have to transport yourself into current day of the filming of said presidential sex tape.
Okay, I will
not current day.
I'll agree to that stipulation if this stipulation isn't applicable during the laugh stage.
Oh no! This is strictly for the bang.
Okay.
The rest of them, it's fair game. All right, so I think the clear front runner is JFK because that could be Jackie O, that could be Marilyn Monroe, that could be any number of whores, and they were hot.
I don't think there's a bad video in that library.
I don't think, unless it's just LBJ in the background jerking it.
Okay, throw that in. LBJ has to be in the background.
Okay. Regardless of who the sex tape is.
Yes.
I like that. Like that.
All the scenes are in the bathroom and he's just taking a shit while
he's just holding court while he's letting out a growler.
Let me tell you, my mind was blown the other day, and I can't believe I didn't make this connection before. I was watching King of the Hill,
and
Mr. Strickland is totally LBJ.
Oh yeah, that's why the dog is Ladybird too.
Yes, I know.
And you know what's fun? It's such a Texas thing too. Like people forget that Texas used to be really Democrat. Real Democrat.
Oh my god. Okay, bang, yeah.
Okay, so I gotta say it's gonna be between JFK.
Yeah, who else would you throw? I don't even know.
I would throw Reagan in there. Nancy Reagan was hot, and she was the throat goat. So
wait, is that a thing? Was
yeah, like because they were both actors, so like she was known around. I think maybe modern day came up with the term throat goat, but at the time, like it was generally known that she could suck a mean dick.
Okay.
Which I mean, respect to Reagan.
For these categories, should we give a 1, 2, and 3?
Let's go your number 1, number 2, and then we'll both do honorable mention.
I mean, I feel like I'm on board with you. It's got to be JFK.
I think JFK is takes the number 1 spot. If they decline to to accept the invite, then we got to go to number 2. So let's go. We got Reagan. I think George W. Laura Bush was pretty hot.
Yeah.
We got Obama with Big Mike. I don't think I could jerk it to Big Mike. Then we got Jill Biden. I could probably jerk it to Jill Biden.
It's got to be Trumpers.
And then Trump. But still, like, we got to remember, it's Donald Trump doing the business with LBJ lurking in the background.
I mean, maybe the older and fatter we get, that becomes more appealing because we'll start to look like Donald Trump.
Maybe so. I think I got to go with George W. and Laura.
You know what? I got to go with Trumper. Ivanka. Ivanka's kind of like a Dolly Parton. Like,
she's so hot. So hot.
She's just ancient, but you want to get a peek at what the boobies look like.
Well, and the thing is, like, we can see that she was in Playboy. So, but I want to see what they were and what they look like now.
Yeah, you're curious. It's almost like curious.
Yeah,
almost.
Oh, all right. So we both got JFK for number 1. I got W and Laura for 2. You got Trump and Ivanka. Trump and Melania.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So honorable mention, I will give Jimmy Carter. What was his wife's name?
Mrs. Peanut.
I want to say it's like Laura Lee or something like that.
Wait, I got gotta look at the picture, but what's leading you to this?
Mostly because I think Jimmy Carter was probably a pretty all right guy, but he was kind of a hippie, and I think his wife was kind of hot.
Let's see. Man, Jimmy Carter just deteriorated at the end, didn't he?
Rosalind. So I wasn't that far off.
She's not terrible.
Not bad. And I feel like old Jimmy, growing up in the counterculture era, probably did some wild shit, being kind of a hippie. And I mean, yeah, Rosalind's not bad. Not bad. So that Jimmy Carter's my honorable mention for the bang portion. I got JFK, George W., Rosalind and Jimmy.
Honest honorable mention would be Lincoln and Mary Todd.
Oh, see, they're on my list, but not for bang.
You know, because
not bang, beat. It's beat because we're jerking it to sex tapes.
Yep. So
maybe we'll call it jerk ogle laugh.
Joel.
That way there's no confusion.
Joel. No, I've been listening to a Lincoln documentary, and when she was young, all they could talk about was how pretty she was, and she always let the puppies out. And it would just be funny to see like a semi-attractive woman.
Does that mean let her tits fly, or like actually let the puppies outside?
No. She was known for deep.
Oh,
deep
okay, I got you.
She had some big boobs.
Mary Todd, right?
Mary Todd, and something in me just wants to see somebody who looks like Brad. You know.
I mean,
he's your buddy. You want to see how his hog works? I don't know.
Well, you're seeing this picture on screen. That is a picture of Mary Todd.
Huh. Is that an older photo there?
she had a rough night.
So this whole documentary, so at work, I listen to documentaries on my phone, and I'm not looking at the pictures. But they've talked for fucking 10 minutes about she was the prettiest girl in New York or some shit.
Beautiful.
Okay. Nope. She's still on there. Nope. Honorable mention sealed.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't have enough brain power to come up with a third one. I thought that was lock.
Okay.
I can't wait.
All right. So, Oggle. And this is for the morbid curiosity.
Okay, can I throw Lincoln in one?
Yeah, I think he's a strong contender for one. I think he's a strong contender for one. Who was the gay president? Was that Buchanan?
I haven't heard that one.
He was a lifelong bachelor, and but then he had like a really close friend that he shared a bed with from time to time.
Lindsey Graham in it.
Oh man, that's a morbid curiosity one, but he's not a president, so
not yet.
don't you put that evil on us. Was James Buchanan gay? Yeah, it was James Buchanan that was
I tell you,
allegedly gay.
I tell you, the best time to be a gay president or a congressman would be now.
Oh yeah,
it's just like they get into power and they probably got like dudes flocking to them.
All right, so this is from the Brave.com search AI tool. James Buchanan, the 15th president of the United States, is the subject of historical debate regarding his sexual orientation. Some historians suggest that he may have been gay based on his close relationship with William Rufus King. That guy was definitely the top with a name like that, William Rufus King.
King on top.
A fellow politician and later vice president, Buchanan and King lived together for many years and were known to have a very close, affectionate bond, which led to some contemporaries to refer to them as Miss Nancy and Aunt Fancy. Hey, you know what? If I call shit gay, just know that I'm a real goddamn American, and this is nothing new. Calling people gay.
What year was he president?
Right before Lincoln.
Oh,
so he'd have been 1856 to 1860.
Can you imagine how rough it was for him back then?
I mean, honestly, it sounds like he had it pretty okay. They only called him Miss Nancy or Aunt Fancy. I don't know which one was which. But you know, they didn't kill him. They elected him president. So man,
that would have been rough.
Buchanan's letters also indicate a longing for companionship, including a statement where he mentions wooing to several gentlemen. However, there is no definitive evidence to confirm that Buchanan was gay. His relationship with King was not explicitly sexual, and the historical record is limited due to the destruction of many of Buchanan's personal letters after his death. All right, so he was probably gay. Does that put him on your list of Oggle? Morbid curiosity.
I can't do the gay movies.
I can't either. As much as I think I like for the comedy, I don't know if I can even put him on the comedy list just because I don't.
I love my cousins, and it's the same reaction they give me when we talk about girl stuff. Like they're not into it. Yeah,
I get it. Same way. Like I don't care. I don't care, but I also don't want to see it.
No. All right,
so we got Lincoln at 1. Buchanan's off my list. I want to know, but I don't want to see.
You know what I want? And it's got to be this specific. It's got to be George Washington and his wife and he's like munching on her with his wooden slave teeth.
He bites her nipple off with wooden teeth.
You said morbid, right?
Yeah.
Morbid.
Well, this is just strictly the Oggle category. Like, you don't have to get any sexual pleasure out of it. I just want to see it just to say I've seen it.
It's kind of like the 2 girls, 1 cup. That's how I pictured, like, defining it. Like, you got to see it once, I guess.
I would try to talk every one of my straight friends into watching the James Buchanan sex tape. I don't want to see it, but I would try to convince every one of them to watch it.
That you personally got to see it.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Buchanan's off my list. I think I'm gonna go number 2 is Barack and Big Mike. Is there a big dick there?
Wait, wouldn't that fit into curiosity?
That one I gotta know. We know there was no women involved with James Buchanan. Like that wasn't a thing.
Uh-huh.
We don't know that everything tells us that Michelle is a woman. That's what is supposed to be true. I want to know. I don't find her attractive. But I want to know. So that's number 2 on my curiosity, but definitely Mary Todd Lincoln and Honest Abe. I want to see what the fuck they were doing. Like that just seems weird as fuck.
Prettiest girl in New York.
All right, so who do you got for your number 2?
Shit, it was the George Washington.
Oh yeah, George Washington. All right, honorable mention.
You know what dude? Every time we're like together and drinking, I feel like we need to play this game in some variation.
I think so. This, yeah. Jerk, ogle, laugh.
Jerk, ogle. All right, 3. Okay. God, we just went in total different directions there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We totally did. We haven't even got to the laugh part yet. I think that's going to be the best one.
Okay. Oggle. I don't know. Who you got?
I'm going to go FDR and Eleanor. I want to see what old horse face looks like. I want to see what the horse. You know what? I'm going to move that up to 1. No offense to Mary Todd and Abe Lincoln. There's also rumors that Abe was gay too, so there might not have been anything going on there. But FDR and Eleanor produced a retarded kid, so
it's you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, right?
From time to time. I'm not super familiar. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't watched it a ton.
Going down the curiosity road, there's an episode where he's dating a handicapped woman. And she goes back to his place and she's ready, but nothing happens because Larry has so many questions as how it works. I feel like that's how FDR, like, I'm just like, how's this work?
She had to use those big old buck teeth to get that polio wiener to work.
Like, does it work? You know? Like, that's, yeah, so that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's good.
You get those beaver teeth chomping down on it, you'll find out if it works.
Man.
Okay, so that I'm gonna jump her to 1, Abe to 2, and Big Mike and Obama as honorable mention. Big Mike and Barack. Laugh. I'm gonna also put FDR and Eleanor at the top of the list. But when he's in his what was that place in Georgia where he went to, like the Warm Springs or whatever? Yeah, like in that era when he's already crippled. Like that's what I want to see is crippled dick maybe works, FDR banging that horse face lesbian. That's what I want to see for laughing. Like that's got to be hilarious. Who you got for number one?
You know, William Taft. I mean, just
That's solid. I'm going to put him as my 2.
I mean,
that's solid.
It'll just this. It's almost curiosity for how fatty it is. Maybe just to convince me to get in better shape. I want to see what a really fat guy, how long he could go, and then maybe that gets me motivated to start working out so I don't become that, but laugh along the way, you know.
Fellas, if you lose sight of your dick, go run a little bit. Like,
yeah, I'm looking; it's still there.
Yeah, I'm good. So, but I think that's a good. I think that's a good indicator. If you can't see your dick, better get in. Go do some working out. Go do some working out. Man, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good. I'm gonna do my honorable mention and Teddy Roosevelt, because that guy seems like he was insufferable to be around. Great president, but he was just like, bully, let's fight. I feel like he was just like, woman, break this dick off.
Make me a sandwich.
Yeah, make me a sandwich after you break this dick. I want to feel the pain like a man.
Rough riding it, woman.
That's not rough enough. Not rough enough. I'll never be president this way.
I've got a better number one. So I'm gonna slide them all down.
Okay.
So Taft was 2, FDR was 1. I'm sliding them down.
Okay.
And just because I feel like Joe Biden has just become, and you know, here's the stipulation: I gotta see the last time Joe Biden banged, like when he's old. I mean, because he's just he's an SNL character, you know, like you're just laughing because he's just so absurd.
I bet he was surprisingly virile.
Yeah,
he was a good Irish Catholic boy, and you know they pump out some kids. So,
well, and you know, I mean, if they're giving the president the best of the health pills, he's probably getting the best. Of the
he's got
pills.
Like super Viagra. Yeah. I mean, you saw the meth they gave him until it wore off, and then he went sideways real quick.
Yeah. Fucking A. Yep, that's my one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so since I used FDR on the Oggle, I'm gonna remove him from running on the laps, so that Taft is good. I'm gonna keep him at 2 though. I'm gonna keep Teddy at 2. Or no, forget that. I'm gonna put FDR and Eleanor in the laugh category.
Okay.
And the morbid curiosity, I'm gonna put Thomas Jefferson with his wife and all those slaves that he banged. Just to see what that dynamic was like. That's got to be weird. Like I said, this is just morbid curiosity.
Okay, I'm rewatching John Adams, and did I hear?
That's a good show.
Great show. Did I hear Thomas Jefferson like sold one of his daughters to like somebody else?
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, ooh.
And this will be like the Hall of pretty good pick, because while he was not a president, he was a founding father, and I feel like he's the goat of being the man whores. And we got to go Ben Franklin. That dude fucked all the French women he could find, particularly the aristocracy.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch any sex tape as long as they're of age with with Ben Franklin. I don't care. That dude's. There weren't any men there. That dude was just running through puss. I want to see them all.
Okay, never mind. He didn't sell his children, but his children were his slaves.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. Fucking Matt. Gosh damn it.
Well, now we know.
That
I want to see how that little half-slave child was made.
That
for scientific purposes.
My God. Man, I thought my morbid was bad. That
that one went too far. Maybe it went too far. Oh my God,
I cannot fucking wait for Dementia Matt. Please, please let them invent a fucking time machine. I'll even stay there. I will stay in the future just to fucking see Dementia Matt. Oh.
Well, if you're gonna be in Seattle the last weekend of August, come find me and Aaron at the local tent encampment. We're gonna be. We should set up our own Chaz Chop in Seattle while we're there.
What's Chaz? Oh, is that the
remember when they took over the 7 square blocks of Seattle and they made it we should set up our own.
I feel like if we come in there with this game, we'll get a whole community.
We should just walk around that area with just signs that says "This is my Chaz."
Dude, with this game, I feel like we could put cards. We could make cards.
Oh yeah,
of a subject, and then you just play the game through.
I think we could. Yeah.
This is good.
New game show.
All right, write it down so we don't forget it.
I wrote it down, but since we were getting confused with beat and bang, we're gonna call it jerk, ogle, laugh.
Jerk, ogle, laugh.
Yeah, which they're separate categories, but they also could be a sequence of events.
Oh my God!
There's layers.
Historical events. Oh my God!
I'm gonna end it now, but don't you get off here yet.